We have action coming up for you live here on WRCO FM in Richland Center and WRCO.com. Phil Lee with you as we take a look at last week. The Ithaca Bulldogs traveled to Cashton and had a couple of turnovers that proved costly. They were down 21-0 at halftime and later went on to fall by a final of 37-0 in the opener. Talk about a tough start to the season for the Bulldogs. They start off with number 4 in the state-rated Cashton in this week's WizSports.net poll. And then tonight they play the number 7 rated team in the state in Potosi-Cassville, which last week was a winner over Potosi-Cassville by a score of 34-6. They were up by a score of 34-6 at halftime. No score in the second half of that one. Potosi-Cassville coached by Mark Siegert, and they have a good group of young athletes. In fact, 10 athletes from Cassville, I'm told, the rest from Potosi, and they have a pretty full roster here in uniform tonight. What a beautiful night it is. Just perfect conditions at Ithaca with the sunshine gleaming across the field and no threat of thunderstorms. That's what you worry about this time of year. Obviously, we witnessed that last Friday night. But tonight, barely a cloud in the sky as we look over the picturesque landscape and get ready for some high school football. Fans continuing to file in here to the Fenley confines. They've made a lot of nice changes this year. In fact, some new bleachers on the home side at Ithaca and a little bit more seating. Although that doesn't, a lot of people don't sit at these games. They usually wander from sideline to sideline. But there is plenty of seating there if you'd like.
Welcome
for
to
the Ithaca Bulldogs coming in
tonight.
After last week. A good first game for Micah Salisbury, their junior quarterback, and also the running back Matthew Kepler, Logan Anderson, among the skilled guys there will be going for the Bulldogs tonight. For the Potosi-Cassville, Razoki is their quarterback, and some good yardage last week from the likes of Sam Udelhoven and Braden Fisher. Right now, under the direction of Liz Niemeyer, it is time for our national anthem prior to game time here on WRCO Sports.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red red, the walls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Under the direction of Liz Niemeyer, our national anthem.
Good
Nice
job.
job, ladies.
Ithaca
Group of
volleyball
choir
senior
singers from the
girls.
Ithaca Choir doing the
All
honors
right,
here
so
tonight.
now we'll have
Let's take time out. We'll be back with
starting
more just prior to kickoff here on a Friday night. This is high school football, our Friday night game of the week from Ithaca on WRCO FM 100.9 in Richland Center and WRCO.com.
number 7, Raz Oki. Number 13,
Yeah, I thought the
Braden
national
Fishman.
anthem sounded good. I patched into the radio and it sounded really good. So.
Number 25, Roman Frederick. Number 26, Sam
I
Udelhoven.
think that'll work. Yeah, why don't you do that?
Number
Sounds
27,
good, bud.
Eli
I had to
Adams.
get used. When I first started, I delayed because there was such
Number
a
51,
delay. It was
Sam
like 5 seconds between the Marty and that, and it threw me off when it came on. I'm like,
Number 58,
wait
Nick
a minute, what's going
Hampton.
on? So I had to turn my headset down a little bit. So.
Number 60, Cooper Emler.
Yep.
Number 62, Ethan
Yeah, I bet.
Kirkhoff.
Yep.
And number 99, Braden Edge. Potosi-Cassville is head coached by Mark Cipher.
Okay. Sure.
Now your starting lineup for the
I gotta
Ithaca
get the microphone set,
Bulldogs.
so I'll talk to you. Yeah.
Number 4, Micah Salisbury. Number 5, Matthew Kepler. Number 11, Channing Brown. Number 20, birthday boy Lincoln Manning. Number 24, Logan Anderson. Number 34, Wesley Nelson. Number 51, Marshall Self. Number 52, Ethan Cockroft. Number 53, Ryan Biermeyer. And number 61, Wyatt Hilby. The Ithaca Bulldogs are head coached by Mr. Steve Olson.
Welcome back to Ithaca. Starting lineups are being announced for the folks that have gathered here. And the Bulldogs will be the receiving team to start off here. So we'll set the stage with their offense. Quarterback by junior Micah Salisbury. In the backfield, Matthew Kepler and Logan Anderson, both juniors. Wide receivers through that will include Channing Brown, a sophomore, senior Lincoln Manning, and Xander Jones, a sophomore. The tight end is Wesley Nelson. And then on the line, Wyatt Hilby and Caleb Brookram are the guards. Tackles are Marshall Self and Ryan Biermeyer. And the center is Ethan Cockroft. On the defensive side for Potosi-Cassville, D-backs are Dayton Udelhoven and Raz Oki. Braden Fishnick also on the defensive side. Linebackers Roman Frederick, Sam Udelhoven, and Eli Adams. Sam Post is the defensive lineman along with Nick Hampton, Cooper Emler, and Ethan Kirchhoff. Also, Braden Edge is on the defensive line. Those are the starters on defense for Potosi-Cassville. They will kick off first and get it started here on WRCO. We'll be getting some scores throughout the course of the night, some other games that are going on. And then, of course, football Friday night. We'll join that with a look at scores and games across the state of Wisconsin. That begins at 10 p.m. So it's full night of high school sports on WRCO, and we are proud to bring it your way. The kicker is Logan Cruiser, getting set to kick off here, it appears. And now breaking huddle. And actually, they fooled me. It's going to be Roman Frederick. Frederick will be the kicker. Stands in the middle, checks the ball on the tee, and now here's the quick approach. End over end, they're going to boot it deep. Going to bounce. Now the Bulldogs are going to have to go through. It's going to bounce through the receiver. He picks it up at the 5. Channing Brown now cutting across field. Hit and dropped around the 6-yard line. Good coverage by Potosi-Cassville. First guy down the field was Braden Edge, their 6'3", 225-pound senior. So he makes the tackle, and the Bulldogs have a rough starting point at their own 8-yard line. So the Bulldogs will huddle in their own end zone. Home purple with white lettering. The Bulldogs off to the line of scrimmage. Potosi-Cassville in the traveling white with maroon lettering and also gold helmets. Under center is Micah Salisbury. Long snap count. There it is, and he'll hand off to the first man through. Fullback pushes across to nearly the 10-yard line. So
Logan Anderson on the carry.
Maybe a yard as they umpire. Lincoln Manning on the carry. Channing Brown comes out. In with the play from the sideline is Xander Jones. Talks to Micah Salisbury, and now into the huddle. The Bulldogs second down and about 9 yards to go from near their own 10-yard line. Just underway in the opening quarter of area high school football. Phil Nee with you on a Friday night. And getting ready now, the Bulldogs with one man split to the near side, way out. Here's the snap. Salisbury hands off again. Nothing for the halfback. Driven back by Edge and company. Nowhere to go for Matthew Kepler. So nothing there. No gain on the play, and that'll bring up a third down for the Bulldogs. As they usher in the play from the near side, first-year head coach Steve Olson, assisted by David Klang, Brett Maxwell, Kyle Kelly, and a few others. Eric Olson, I think, is helping tonight too. He's on the sideline anyway. Third down and about 9 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Right around their own 10-yard line. Salisbury will operate out of the shotgun start. There's a snap from Cockcroft. And Salisbury trying to throw, and he's going to be hit and brought down right around the 1-yard line. Nowhere to go, and they came after him.
Nowhere to go.
And the tackle is made.
For a loss.
Several. Edge was back there, so was Cooper Emler. And it's going to bring up fourth down and about 16, 17 yards. Ball is going to be marked dangerously right around the 1-yard line. So the Bulldogs will have to punt it away. And so far, Potosi-Cassville winning the field position game as they will be sending their man back deep to around the Bulldog 35 to receive this punt from Micah Salisbury. There's the snap. Salisbury puts a toe into it. It's a good one. Drives the receiver back over the shoulder grab right around the 50. Now heads to the 45, spins around all the way to the Bulldog 35, 34-yard line. When all is said and done, Hogan with the return brought down by Caleb Berkram of the Bulldogs. So after a Bulldog punt, Potosi-Cassville takes over for its first possession. Ball marked officially at the Bulldog 35-yard line. Good starting spot for the offense led by Raz Oki, the quarterback, Braden Fishnick, Roman Frederick, Eli Adams, and Sam Udelhoven among the specialty players. Fishnick is split out wide to the left. Hampton, the center, Cooper Emler, Ethan Kirchhoff, Ezra Groom, and Sam Post along the line. Passing play, pass is caught, and a first down, but then it squirts away. Ball is loose on the field. Recovered by Matthew Kepler after a catch by Potosi-Cassville, and then the receiver turned upfield. The ball squirted, went right ahead of the Bulldogs on the open field. It looked like Potosi-Cassville was really near getting that ball back, but the Bulldogs are able to scramble on it. They're going to get it, and it's a first 10 for the Bulldogs after the fumble and the recovery by Matthew Kepler. So the Bulldogs in a long huddle, second possession, starting spot. It's marked on their own 17-yard line. Ithaca up to the line. Last time we're not able to accomplish much, only about a yard gain, and then they lost it on that third down play. Handoff on a counter play, not much. Potosi-Cassville covers it up after a gain of only a yard for Matthew Kepler. Second down and 9 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Ball around their own 18-yard line. Ithaca a week ago, leading receivers were Xander Jones and Wesley Nelson, who both caught passes. Logan Anderson, their leading rusher, with 22 yards a week ago, and Micah Salisbury threw for 68 yards against a tough Cashton team, which I've heard really good things about. I did not see the game, but heard a lot of good things about them with their size. Second down and 9 to go for the Bulldogs from their own 18 here in the first quarter. 9:29 remaining, scoreless ball game in the opener. Here's a handoff running play. That is Anderson, and he's got a good run. Almost first down run. Right across the 25 to the 26. So a gain of about 7 yards for the Bulldogs, and it brings up third down and short yardage for Ithaca. Good run by the junior, Logan Anderson. So the play is ushered in from the near side. Bulldogs right now trying to get that first down of the game. Time of possession will be real key here. Keep it out of the hands of this Potosi-Cassville team, which has got some good big play ability. Second down, I should say it's third down and about 2 yards to go. Micah Salisbury will take the shotgun snap. Long snap count. There it is. Handoff. First man through. Nothing there. And he loses a couple of yards. Anderson brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Ethan Kirchhoff for a loss of a pair of yards. Fourth down and 4 for the Bulldogs. Ball is marked back around their 23-yard line. And Ithaca will, I presume, have to punt the ball away. So after a promising run, Potosi-Cassville getting a lot of penetration in the backfield. Special teams coming out for the Bulldogs. Houston Garcia Bolin joining them for the punt. Awaiting the snap from center is the punter. Salisbury puts a toe into it. Oh, it's blocked. And now the ball loose. Salisbury picks it up and now trying to run ahead and get something out of it. Spins around on the far side. Still going. Finally hit at the 16-yard line. Micah Salisbury, that was a brave move. May have saved a touchdown there as that ball was blocked and blocked right back, bounced off the ground, and he picked it up and tried to make something happen, but a blocked punt, and now Potosi-Cassville is knocking on the door. They'll take over that ball at around the 18-yard line of Ithaca. So great starting position again for Potosi-Cassville, even better than last time. Starting out now on the near side, one man wide to the near side, Sam Udelhoven. Bulldogs usher a man in late. He got there in time. There's a running play right side to the halfback. Number 27, Eli Adams, rushed out of bounds around the 12-yard line by Wyatt Hilby and company. No score here in the ball game. Let's get some other scores. Columbus leads River Valley 7-0 in the first quarter, and Richland Center is up on Fenimore 7-0. Fletcher Harper with a touchdown run. The extra point by Hillers is good. 7-0. Hornets leading in that game at Fenimore tonight. Second down play and 8 yards to go for Potosi-Cassville. Bulldog territory. Handoff to the halfback who has stood up and dropped right there. Not much going for the running back, Roman Frederick. Lincoln Manning, the birthday guy, was one of the first guys there. Also number 56 on the play for the Bulldogs, Matthew Rowe. So it's third down and 8 yards to go for Potosi-Cassville. Ball right around the 16-yard line of Ithaca. Potosi-Cassville will hunt it up. So far, a good job by the Bulldog defense. Keeping them at bay here, trying to keep them back there and not let them score. Man in motion from the far side. There's the snap from center. Back to throw the QB. They're closing on him. Here's a high throw toward the end zone, and it is incomplete. Right in the corner, right by second base on the ball diamond as he slides into some sand. Logan Cruiser was the intended receiver on the pass by quarterback Raz Oki. And the Bulldogs had it pretty well covered over there. Matthew Kepler was in concert over there, and also Channing Brown. There is going to be a fourth down play coming up for Potosi-Cassville, and you might expect kind of the same thing. Fourth down from the 16-yard line of the Bulldogs. Potosi-Cassville now will break committee. They need about 8 yards for a first down, which would take the ball inside the 5-yard line. Two men wide to the near side for the quarterback. Oki will take the snap out of the shotgun. Rolls to the near side, now stops to pass. Throws it near side, diving grab down around the goal line. They've got it for a touchdown. Sam Udelhoven hauls it in, got his hands under the ball, and gets a touchdown. So a nice play. Quarterback Raz Oki rolled out, threw on the run. Nice play, 16-yard TD pass, and the extra point try is coming up. Awaiting the play coming in from the sideline, the Bulldogs will now line it up. Ithaca defense responding all right there. Held them on the first 3 downs, but the fourth down coming up with a big play. Extra point kick try will be tried by Roman Frederick, the junior kicker. There's the placement. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. 7-0. Potosi-Cassville scores first here in the ball game. We'll be back with more from Ithaca. Friday Night Football from WRCO, FM 100.9, and WRCO.com.
Potosi-Cassville takes the early lead, 7-0.
1 minute. Seven nothing Royal. Okay, sounds good. Oh, I know. I don't like that either. Oh, boy. Weird. Okay.
Roman Frederick to kick off for Potosi-Cassville. Back deep for the Bulldogs is Channing Brown and Xander Jones.
7-0 Potosi-Cassville in the lead here in the first quarter. They will kick off after the extra point. Roman Frederick, who just parted the uprights, will kick off back to the Bulldogs here. Ithaca hoping for a little bit better field position. End over end kick is going to be accepted here right around the 15-yard line for the Bulldog runner. Channing Brown spins ahead to the 25. Flag flies as he is brought down. On the tackle, Ethan Kirchhoff and Aiden Toma. Let's see what the flag is all about. After the Bulldogs return, Ithaca will have a home game next week with Riverdale. And if you're marking your calendar, the homecoming game is going to be September 25th. Bulldogs are going to be charged with an illegal block penalty, it appears. So illegal block is going to back it off 15 yards. Not a good thing after not bad field position on that return. 15 yards puts it inside the 20 at around the 19-yard line. So Ithaca, for its third possession of the night, will start at its own 19. So far, their own 8, their own 17, and now their own 19-yard line. Potosi-Cassville winning the field position game, and of course, didn't hurt that they had a blocked punt that gave them a really short field for the previous score. Now awaiting the snap is Micah Salisbury. Handoff, running off left tackle, not much there for the running back, Logan Anderson, as he is driven back by the Potosi-Cassville defense. Roman Frederick is there, Ethan Kirchhoff, and it's going to bring up a loss for the Bulldogs after all is said and done. Chain game kept busy here tonight so far. Second down and about 12 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Ithaca will huddle up. Need a big play here to kind of get a little breathing room. Bulldogs have not had that here. They've had the proverbial back against the wall so far on offense. Salisbury under center, out of the I formation. There's the snap, pitch, running play for Kepler, trying to break the end, and he will slightly. Gets out to the 17 and brought down near the out-of-bounds line. Razoki spreading it out quite well for Potosi-Cassville. Third down and 7 yards to go, so they got back the initial loss, plus 3 yards, so a gain of 5. Ball at the 17-yard line for the Bulldogs, who will huddle up here. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter of area high school football on WRCO Radio. Phil Lee with you tonight. Join us for the Dairyland Transportation halftime show tonight as well. We'll talk about the Richland Center Ithaca cross-country team, and Travis Wilson of WizSports.net will check in. Salisbury back to throw, throws it on the run. It's caught near side by Wesley Nelson. First down, Bulldogs, right around the 30-yard line. Wesley Nelson with a nice grab, pushed out of bounds by Nick Hampton. Salisbury with a little bit of time. Boy, I tell you, it's got to be unnerving when you see Braden Edge coming down the line at you, and Salisbury stayed right in there and delivered a nice pass. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. We'll mark that short of the 30, so around the 27-yard line. The Bulldogs are there. Nice first down, their first of the game. Salisbury awaiting the snap. Handoff for the first man through, and Brown is hit and dropped right around the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he even got back to it. Actually, that was Matthew Kepler as they unpiled. Kepler losing a couple of yards. Play by Nick Hampton. Bulldogs are not getting a lot of success up the middle so far. Time out for one of the athletes to tie their shoelace briefly, and now we're ready to go again. The Bulldogs break committee and head to the line. Lincoln Manning wide to the right, wide to the left is Channing Brown. Salisbury under center. He's got Kepler and Anderson behind him in the eye, and the handoff for Anderson, cutting off left tackle, breaks one tackle. Now the linebacker comes up and makes the play, and a flag flies on the tackle. Legal block called on the Bulldogs. So that's the second call on the Bulldogs like that here tonight. The officials will sort it out. 7-0 the ball game score here at Ithaca tonight on the opening touchdown. Fenimore has scored at Fenimore against Richland Center. It is 7-6 5:37 remaining in the first quarter. Fenimore failed on the 2-point conversion attempt, so 7-6. Richland Center leading in that game. 7-0 here. Potosi-Cassville over the Bulldogs after the illegal block. The ball is pushed beyond the 20-yard line to around the 17 for Ithaca. Xander Jones runs the play in from the sideline, and the Bulldogs will head to the huddle. Perfect night for football. I think it must be beach night. Lots of Hawaiian shirts and swimsuits, floaties. I didn't get the memo.
5 more yards.
Probably a good thing.
Second down at 25.
So the officials, after a little bit more conversation, pushed it back 5 more yards. Must not have had assessed enough. So the ball is back around the 13 at Ithaca for a second down play. Potosi-Cassville showing blitz. Salisbury standing tall in the pocket. Throws it. He's got a man. Tipped away from Kepler right around the 50-yard line. Well played by Dayton Udelhoven, one of the defensive secondary players for Potosi-Cassville. Otherwise, I think that lands in the hands of Kepler. It might have been a foot race the other way. So good defensive play broken up by Potosi-Cassville. Stops the clock with just under 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Lights have been on since the start, just so they're good and warmed up here tonight. Good crowd on hand. Enjoying this one tonight. Potosi-Cassville traveled well, pretty good distance for those two districts. Third down play coming up for the Bulldogs. Third and about 25 yards to go. Ball is marked around the 13-yard line. Salisbury will operate out of the shotgun. Backs up to his own 5. The pocket breaks down. Now he's going to run. Salisbury's got a little running room. Out to the 20, then caught from behind to the 21-yard line. Ben Spriggs with the tackle for Potosi-Cassville, and so Salisbury made a little bit out of it. Gets some of it back. Fourth down from the 20-yard line. Fourth and about 17 to go for the Bulldogs. And they will hold it up. Last time it did not go well on the punt, so we're going to see what happens this time. Blocked punt last time led to Potosi-Cassville getting some very good field position. Salisbury will await the snap from center. Line in tight. There's the snap. This time nobody comes after it. Salisbury is going to boot this one, and it's going to angle out of bounds right around the 45-yard line. We're going to assess it, move it actually to around the 43. So the Bulldogs have lined up to punt 3 times tonight. Third possession for Potosi-Cassville, and they are in Ithaca territory to start for the 3rd time tonight. Boy, that field position game certainly makes quite the difference. Potosi-Cassville starting at Ithaca's 42-yard line. 2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter of football. 7-0, Potosi-Cassville in the lead. Ithaca out to the line on defense. Potosi settling in now. Awaiting the snap is Oki. Handoff for a counter play going to the right side. Eli Adams breaks the corner. 40 down to the 35 of the Bulldogs. Going and going. And he's down around the 20. One man to beat. And he's going to get there for a touchdown. Touchdown, Eli Adams. 43-yard touchdown sprint. And it is now 13-0 Potosi-Cassville. Good block on the outside, and when he got to the sideline, he kicked in his track skills. So setting up now for the extra point kick will be Potosi-Cassville. This score comes with 1:58 remaining in the first quarter. Up to the line to snap the ball is Groom. Awaiting the snap is the holder, Oki. The kicker is Frederick. Long snap count, good placement. Kick is blocked by the Bulldogs. Incomplete. So that'll make it 13-0 after a blocked kick. 1:58 remaining here in the opening quarter of football. Potosi-Cassville 13, Ithaca nothing on WRCO and WRCO.com. All right, Tim, you can just do a 30 here. You're fine. Yeah. No. I'm not saying anything. Yeah. Welcome back to Ithaca. Minute 58 remaining here in the opening quarter of area high school football. So Potosi-Cassville, they've been running downhill so far against the Bulldogs with some very good field position.
Number 25, Roman Frederick.
The kickoff now will be from Roman Frederick. Bulldogs back deep. So far, Potosi-Cassville has put a toe into it, and they've been able to drive it a long ways. Other scores tonight, 21-0. Columbus leads River Valley in that game. Waterloo is up 14-0 on Riverdale in the first quarter. 13-0. Potosi-Cassville in the lead here over the Bulldogs. And here comes the kickoff from Roman Frederick. End over end, the ball is going to be taken right around the 10-yard line by Channing Brown. Brown up to the 15. Good return. Out of the 25. Goes across the field. And now tripped up around the 28-yard line. Good coverage. Jackson Oyen on the stop. So the Bulldogs will take over for their fourth possession of the night. Ball is marked at their own 28-yard line. Bulldogs with one first down so far in the game. Going to try to make it go. Late summer here for the students going to school, 1 week away. Yes, less than a week away from hitting the classroom and hitting the books officially. But once extracurriculars like football and cheerleading and volleyball and cross-country start, technically summer's over. Salisbury tries a running play. The quarterback is driven back. Boy, Potosi-Cassville not allowing much of anything along that line. Denny Espiritu with the play and no gain, it looks like. Second down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Play from the near side and into the huddle. Clock running with a minute 25 remaining here in the opening quarter of football. One man wide to the left side, Xander Jones for the Bulldogs. Salisbury will operate out of the shotgun. Cockcroft, the center. There's the snap. Handoff. Here is Kepler. He's hit immediately and dropped. I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage or not. Good job by Potosi-Cassville getting that initial penetration. So Espiritu with the play again up the middle. And number 55, Heath Rauch with the play. Into the ball game, the Bulldogs. Number 11, Channing Brown runs the play to the huddle. We have 40 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter of football. 13-0, Potosi-Cassville in the lead. Bulldogs facing a 3rd and 10 plus. Need to get out to around the 39-yard line, their own, for a first down. Channing Brown splits out wide to the near side. Micah Salisbury operating out of the shotgun. Back to throw. Now guns one near side, up in the air, knocked away from the intended receiver, Lincoln Manning. At the last moment, well played again by Potosi-Cassville. Dayton Udelhoven and Eli Adams collapsed on the receiver. Otherwise, not a bad play, not a bad looking play by the Bulldogs. Salisbury had some time in the backfield to throw that time, but connection could not be made. Second time that Potosi-Cassville has thwarted what looked to be a pass that could be completed. Fourth down, and here's a punt from the Bulldogs. Salisbury puts a toe into it, drives this one again. Back to around the 36 where the return man picks it, and Udelhoven to the 40, up to around the 46. Stretching that ball out. Be careful. Almost came through, but holds on at the last moment. Ethan Cockcroft on the tackle. So Potosi-Cassville gets it back. Bulldogs have punted or attempted to punt for the fourth time, and Potosi-Cassville gets it for the fourth time here in the first. Just 6.6 seconds remaining in this opening quarter of football. New football comes out. Got to keep it fresh. Could be a little dew settling in here as nightfall hits. Still a little bit of sunshine at this hour. Potosi-Cassville up to the line, 7:30. And our sunset time before 8 o'clock now this time of year. First and 10, 6 seconds remaining. Handoff. Initially a pretty good hold, but then it closes quickly on Roman Frederick. Frederick is brought down by the Bulldogs. That's the final play of the first quarter. after 1 here at Ithaca. Potosi-Cassville 13, Ithaca nothing here on WRCO and WRCO.com. Yes. Second quarter is on at Ithaca. Here we go. Bulldogs and Potosi-Cassville, our featured game. Potosi-Cassville, number 7 rated in the Wiz Sports ratings for this week. And they have started with their worst field position. Started at their own 36 for their 4th possession of the night. Handoff for a running play up the gut. Not much there after Eli Adams initially got about 3 yards and then driven back by Caleb Berkram for the Bulldogs. Nice tackle. Underway here in the second quarter. Dairyland Transportation halftime show coming up. The Richland Center Ithaca Cross Country Runners running tomorrow in Cashton. And it won't be too bad. Sometimes it's like triple-digit heat for some of those early cross-country meets, but not this time anyway. Maybe some showers, at least a slight chance anyway. Third down from right around the 47. The QB Oki is back to throw. Guns it incomplete. Tipped by Kepler as well. Pass was intended for Logan Cruiser. And it's 4th down. Potosi-Cassville converted on an earlier 4th down. In fact, that was the play they got the touchdown on. Their second touchdown, I guess it was. 4th down, ball at their 47-yard line. And for Coach Mark Siegert, his team breaks huddle. Looks like they're sending the punter out. Bulldogs will have Channing Brown head back and Xander Jones as well. Right around the 25-yard line of Ithaca, anticipating this punt. They're snapping short. They're going to fake it. Oki throws it far side. It is caught, and the man is going to be hit immediately and dropped, but it is a first down all the way to the 27-yard line. Oki took the short snap through to Dayton Udelhoven, who is hit and driven out of bounds. So second, 4th down conversion tonight for Potosi-Cassville, and this drive stays alive. 13-0, they lead it. Ball marked at right around the 23-yard line of Ithaca, I guess, when all is said and done. Under center is Oki. Man in motion for the near side, going to the far side. There's the snap. Handoff for a running play, and Robin Frederick is stood up. Gets down to around the 22-yard line. Tackle made by Lincoln Manning of the Bulldogs. Ethan Cockcroft as well on the tackle for the Bulldogs. So Potosi-Cassville remaining in the huddle. They've showed really good persistence and confidence on some of these conversions so far. Bulldogs did get the 1 turnover, a fumble recovery on Potosi-Cassville's first series. Another play like that would be just what the doctor ordered, to try and turn away some of this momentum. Second down play, man in motion from the far to the near. Here is Oki rolling out, quarterback keeper, cuts back up the middle, and he's hit and dropped right around the 24. Brought down by number 56, Matthew Rowe. Brings up third down for Potosi-Cassville. Ball resting around the 24 of Ithaca here in the second quarter. 13-0, Potosi-Cassville in the lead. Bulldogs will host Riverdale next week. 2 home games in a row. That's a pretty good deal. Conference opener next week. Third down play. Oki under center. Man in motion. Here's the snap. Quarterback back to throw. Throws it to the motion man, and he's got it. First down. It looks like inside the 10-yard line for Potosi-Cassville, and the Sticks will move on. Fishnick with the catch. And a nice play by Braden. He gets the first down after the pass from Oki. And that'll bring up first down from right around the 13-yard line. 9:24 remaining in the opening half of area high school football. Play comes in from the far sideline. The Bulldogs trying desperately to not give up another score here. They've made some plays defensively. Potosi-Cassville has had some big plays on this drive. 1 4th down conversion and a 3rd down conversion. Quarterback is going to hand off on the counter up the middle, and a gain of a few yards to around the 10-yard line. Frederick brought down by Wyatt Hilby, number 61. 2nd down and 7 yards to go for the Potosi-Cassville team, and they are right around the 11-yard line of the Bulldogs. 4th possession. They have scored on 2 of them so far. And now getting set with the football. Right around the 11-yard line of the Bulldogs. Oki awaiting the snap from center. There's the pitch. Running back is going to go to the left side. Nice open field tackle by Channing Brown. The pitch went to Eli Adams, and Brown with a solo tackle does a good job. Might have even forced him for a loss of a yard, it looks like. Back around the 12-yard line. That's not an easy play to make, and if you miss it, the running back is going to do the hustle into the end zone. The Bulldogs break committee on defense and head to the football. Potosi-Cassville back in committee. Again, a 3rd and fairly long. 3rd and about 7 yards to go. Potosi-Cassville heads to the football. 1 man wide side, Udelhoven. Razoki under center. Now back to throw. Plants. Now lofts one toward the goal line. It is knocked away and then incomplete in the end zone. The receiver diving in there after that ball was knocked away. Nice play by the Bulldogs, but it'll bring up 4th down for Potosi-Cassville. Pass was there. Bulldogs had it well played. The receiver did a good job of trying to get in there and get underneath the football to make the play. Well, Potosi-Cassville has converted on 2 4th downs. They'll go for a 3rd time tonight. 4th down. Ball is on the Bulldog 13-yard line. Bulldogs trying to make a stop and slow them down. Here comes the shotgun snap. Oki rolling to the near side. Plants now looks, guns one to the end zone. Incomplete. No flags on the play, and the Bulldogs will take over on down. Well played by the Bulldog defense for their 5th possession. They will have the ball kind of with their back against the wall a little bit on their own 13, but just glad to have the ball back in their hands. 13-0 ball game score. Potosi-Cassville in the lead in our Friday night game of the week. It is 14-6. Richland Center leads after 1 in Fenimore. Team Perkins with a touchdown run for Richland Center. Waterloo up 21-0 on Riverdale. That's with 9:16 remaining in the second quarter. 7:48 remaining in the second quarter. Bulldogs take over on their own 13. There's the snap. Salisbury back to throw. It is caught, and then the receiver is dropped right away. Channing Brown makes the grab. Gain of only 1 as he is brought down by several Potosi-Cassville players. Both Potosi and Cassville have had some dynamic athletics over the years. Seems like the Bulldogs have played Potosi in basketball a few times through the years in the WIAA tournament. And every year they play Cassville. Cassville's involved in the winter tournament, usually between Christmas and New Year's. Cassville and Ithaca have played in basketball. 2nd down and 8 yards to go for the Bulldogs, and they'll try a running play. Looks like Kepler perhaps pushes across to around the 14-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 for the Bulldogs. Several on the stop for Potosi-Cassville. Bulldogs are going to try and get a conversion here. For a conversion, they need to get out to the 21-yard line. Clock running with 6:36 remaining in the opening quarter of area football. They're doing a bang-up job down at the concession stand. Saw old Bob Olson down there running the grill. Wasn't running his mouth, he was running the grill. A lot of people working hard down there. Third down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw is Salisbury. They're coming after him. Now he has to get rid of it. Finds a man open. Oh, incomplete. Lincoln Manning would have had a first down, kind of turned. Had a man coming at him, and the ball falls incomplete, and that will bring up fourth down for the Bulldogs. Ithaca has punted or attempted to punt on the previous 4 possessions. And with 6:10 remaining in the first half, it appears that they will do that again. Ball is going to be marked on the near hash mark. Salisbury will be punting from right around the goal line. Dayton Udelhoven, the intended receiver, and it's going to be over his head. He touched it, now kicked it. Ball rolls back into the Bulldogs territory around the 35. Now he's going to head upfield, 40, 45, 50, down the sidelines and pushed out of bounds in Bulldog territory right around the 44. And there's a flag on the play. Tackle was made kind of on the other side of the field, possibly around the out-of-bounds line, which would be a tough break for the Bulldogs if that is the case. So they're going to talk about it.
Looks like a legal block in the back against Potosi-Cassville.
Oh, a legal block in the back against Potosi-Cassville is the preliminary call. So we'll wait and see as they sort out the laundry here at Ithaca. 13-0, Potosi-Cassville leads. 5:56 remaining in the opening frame of area football. Bulldogs with a game against Riverdale here next week. They'll be at Wazeeka-Seneca on Friday night, September 9th, before hosting Highland on Friday night, September 16th. For Potosi-Cassville, they will be at Potosi next Friday night against Belleville, and then they'll play an SWAL opponent, Mineral Point, on the 9th of September. As they sort out the penalty, that's going to be a big one. Going to push it back into Potosi-Cassville territory around the 45-yard line. They'll have the ball, 1st and 10, after the Bulldog punt. 5th possession of the night. Potosi-Cassville with its first punt on its previous possession. Now getting ready to go. Actually turned it over on downs. They've punted once tonight. Running play coming to the near side. Eli Adams breaks the corner. No, cuts diagonally. He's got some room, and he's got one man to beat. Adams coming down the boulevard and breaks a tackle at the goal line and scores. Eli Adams, 55-yard run from scrimmage, and it is 19-0. Adams got some good blocking initially and then did some good running. Cut diagonally across the field, and there was a foot race to the other end, and he makes it in. So 55-yard run, ball at the 45 to start for Potosi-Cassville. Now they'll talk about the extra point and might go for 2. Last time the extra point kick was blocked. So a 2-pointer will get them back to 21. They lead 19-0. Oki will take the snap from center, fakes the pitch, rolls to the near side, finds a man wide open, and hits him with a nice pass for the 2-point conversion. Isaiah Groom hauls it in, and it's 21-0 Potosi-Cassville. 5:42 remaining in the opening half of football, right here on WRCO and WRCO.com. Yep. 1.
September 24th is 100th annual Ithaca School Fair. So if you need a parade entry form, please go down to the concession stand. Lovin and number 22, Xander Jones.
Potosi-Cassville leads it 21-0. 5:42 remaining in the opening half of area football on a Friday night. Channing Brown back deep to receive for the Bulldogs after this kick. Xander Jones as well, the deep men for the Bulldogs. Kicking again is Roman Frederick. Successful two-point conversion after the 55-yard run by Adams. Oki to Groom. Here's a kick that's going to squib toward the out-of-bounds area and roll out around the 15-yard line. So that'll bring the ball back to the 35, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over. Some of their best field position of the night. Ithaca for the sixth possession, taking over at their own 35-yard line. This year's Ithaca School Fair is the 100th, celebrating the centennial this year, and it's going to be a special one. They're hoping for a lot of parade entries, so if you have an idea for a float entry or a group, don't even have to be from Ithaca School District or a graduate. They'd love to have you. It's one of the best little parades around. And coming up on September 25th, you can get a parade entry form from the Ithaca School office. First down for Salisbury in the offense from the Bulldog 35-yard line. There's the snap, pitch, running play. Kepler cuts up field, and he's got a little room. Bunts, he's hit, and the ball pops loose. After a first down, it rolls to the 50, and it's recovered by Razoki. Wow. It was going to be a good run for first down, and then a shoulder pad popped that ball out, and a fumble recovered by Oakley. And the ball is going to be placed right around the midfield stripe. Sixth possession for Potosi-Cassville. They take over again. 5:34 remaining in the first half of football. 21-0, they lead. That's the kind of play the Bulldogs have been searching for, trying to get something with good field position after a fumble or an INT. First and 10 for Oki in the offense. Looks it over. Single running back. There's the snap from center. Oki back to throw. They're coming after him. Guns it over the middle. It is going to be incomplete. Well played by Matthew Kepler. Knocks the ball out of the intended receiver's hands. Eli Adams. That would have been a first down at the 30-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Second down and 10.
So second down and 10. Potosi-Cassville operating its offense with 5.5 to play here in the first half. The American flag is hanging still on the far side. No wind to speak of. Waterloo leading 28-0 over Riverdale. Other side, big lead for Richland Center. Looks like 20-6 over Fenimore. Running play for Eli Adams. Stiff arms one, runs to the far side, and then rushed out of bounds. Flag flies right around the Bulldog 42-yard line after the running back is pushed out of bounds. So we'll assess the flag. Columbus leads River Valley 27-0. It's a check of the Philney flip phone tonight. So the officials will sort it out. Check out the penalty here. It's going to be against the Bulldogs. 15-yarder is going to add some insult to injury. Like a tackle made on the out-of-bounds line will push it further into Bulldog territory right around the 25-yard line. First and 10 for Potosi-Cassville on a drive that started at their 50. Oki getting set under center. Bulldogs are lining up. Here's the snap, handoff, running play far side, plowing over a lot of folks initially is Frederick. Ball came loose on the tackle, but they're going to blow it dead. Then a flag flies again late. Several on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Ryan Biermeyer, the bottom of the pile there. This one is going to be assessed. Initially, they had it against Potosi-Cassville. Now they're going to wave it off. So inadvertent flag and whistle. Brings up second down and short yardage for Potosi-Cassville. Ball just short of the 20-yard line. Second down and about 3 yards to go. Ball up to the far side. They bring in a new football, and Potosi-Cassville is ready to operate again. Razoki under center. And here's the snap. Hand off to the first man through. It's Frederick And he pulls over the line, going to be close to a first down. Several on the tackle. Wyatt Kilby for the Bulldogs. They'll mark it short of the first down. Third and about a yard for Potosi-Cassville. 4:35 remaining in the opening half of football. 21-0 in favor of the visitors here to Bulldog Country. Third down play. Sam Udelhoven splits out wide to the left for Potosi-Cassville. Bulldogs showing blitz, faking the handoff. Oki throws it far side, incomplete. Intended for Braden Fishnick. It falls incomplete. Good coverage by Channing Brown of the Bulldogs. Fourth down and about a yard to go. They will now assess the situation. Potosi-Cassville has proven they're pretty good at going for fourth downs. Deep in Bulldog territory. Ball is marked around the 20. They need to get to the 19-yard line for a first down. Wide receivers wide out on each side for Oki. Waiting the snap from center and the handoff for the running back. Not much there. He keeps the legs going. Let's see if he got it on the second effort. Frederick, the ball carrier, brought down by several Bulldogs. Wesley Nelson got underneath. Ethan Cockcroft and company have stopped them. How about that? Nice job by the defense. Bulldogs get the ball back for their seventh possession of the half. Ithaca will take over right around the 20-yard line, their own. Glad to have the ball back in their hands. So although the score doesn't indicate it, the Bulldog defense has made some plays, and they've really been dealt some tough hands tonight. Potosi-Cassville has had good field position all night long. So well played here. Could have been worse. Fumble recovery by Oki stopped the Bulldogs' latest drive, or the drive right before this. Ithaca takes over. 4:07 remaining here in the first half of area football. Salisbury barks out the signals. Hands off to Anderson. Sidesteps one man. Now they're coming after him. Anderson breaks free, but the play was blown dead, it looks like. So Logan stopped short of right around the line of scrimmage. Several for Potosi-Cassville in the backfield. First down play turns to second and 11.
Second down and 12.
So the Bulldogs will huddle it up. For Ithaca, it would be nice if they could get a first down, get up a little bit further upfield, and maybe gain a little bit of confidence and momentum for the second half. Ithaca in the huddle, and now working their way out to the line of scrimmage. Second down, 11 yards to go for the Bulldogs. 3:16 remaining here in this first half. Salisbury back to throw. They're coming after him. Salisbury scrambling. Now guns it far side, coming back for the football. And making the grab is Lincoln Manning. But he's going to be gaining only a couple of yards. Had to come back for the football. Let's see where they mark it. Well, they actually gave him a pretty favorable spot. He caught the ball and was driven back. But they'll give him a gain of a couple of yards. So third down and 7. Salisbury desperately going over there, found a man, and a good job by Lincoln Manning to come back toward his quarterback and help him out a little bit there. Third down and about 6 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Ball is on the 24-yard line, their own, as they look to the near side for the play. Sneaking down toward the 2-minute mark. Now here comes Sander Jones in from the sideline, and he'll take a timeout. 2:15 remaining before halftime. Potosi-Cassville leads it 21-0 over the host Ithaca Bulldogs on WRCO and WRCO.com.
Concession stand has got a lot of food
We
down
are going
there.
to do a,
Hamburgers and hot dogs, brats,
I think we'll do a 1.
probably pizza. I didn't see it.
You're the man.
Red hot popcorn.
Third down play for the Bulldogs after the timeout. 2:15 remaining in the opening half. 21-0 Potosi-Cassville. Micah Salisbury will operate out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to throw. They're coming after him. Salisbury breaks one tackle and still can't break another one. And they've got three guys to roll him back inside the 10-yard line. Nowhere to go for Salisbury, and he broke one tackle. Was still looking toward possibly Channing Brown here on the right side. Nowhere to go, and he is brought down for a big loss inside the 10-yard line. Potosi-Cassville has been on top of it. They're going to take a timeout, and we'll keep it here for this one. 2 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the first half. A 21-0 lead belongs to Potosi-Cassville. For the Bulldog volleyball team, they had a scrimmage last night against Waniwonk Center. And overall, Coach Julie Thompson told me she was pleased with the way that it went. Certainly, Waniwonk Center is a good ball club, and they made it to state last year, and she felt that her team played all right. They'll get the opener coming up on September 6th against the always tough Seneca team. They'll travel to Lafarge on the 8th of September for a tournament at Seneca on the 10th of September, at DeSoto on the 13th, before returning home Thursday the 15th against Wazeeka-Steuben, and also playing Weston that week. Looks like the timeout will be ending. Bulldogs back to the ball. It's marked right around the 10-yard line. Fourth and a little more than 20 yards for the Bulldogs, and Salisbury will be punting from the end zone. Right around the 45 of the Bulldogs is the intended receiver. There's the snap, and Salisbury gets it away. Pretty good punt, rolls at the 40, takes a couple of Bulldog bounces, and then rolls right around the end line and is down there officially by Channing Brown. So the Bulldogs punt. And for the seventh possession, Potosi-Cassville has the ball on the Ithaca 44-yard line. Potosi-Cassville has started at the Ithaca 35, the Ithaca 16, the Ithaca 42, their own 36. They've started on the 45 of Ithaca. They have started at midfield and now starting in Ithaca's 44. So they've had good field position for most of the night here. A minute 51 remaining in the first half of football. 21-0, Potosi-Cassville in the lead. The Bulldogs back to the line now as they set up on the defense. These guys go both ways. The defense certainly has been taxed here in the first half. Potosi-Cassville takes the snap, fake handoff, and here's Oki gunning toward the far sideline, over the shoulder grab. No, incomplete. Intended for Udelhoven. Matthew Kepler, the nearest man there, along with Channing Brown. Oki has proven he can throw that ball a long way. Second down and 10 for Potosi-Cassville. Ball at their own 44-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our Dairyland Transport halftime show. Our engineer, Tim Feed, will check on some other scores around Southwest Wisconsin. Second down play is coming up for Oki and the offense. Handoff on a left side sweep. Adams cuts back across and now to the 40, down to the 39 of the Bulldogs. Gain of solid 5 yards or so, would appear. Third down play for Potosi-Cassville coming up. Looks like Raz Oki came out of that play limping a little bit, but now back into the huddle. A minute 20 remaining in the half. Udelhoven splits wide left. Wide right is Udelhoven. Awaiting the snap is Oki. There's the snap. And he fakes the handoff. They're coming after him. Throw is incomplete. Oki made some nice moves to get out of the danger. Still got hit pretty hard by number 58 for the Bulldogs, Caleb Berkram, who was right up on the quarterback. And that'll bring up fourth down for Potosi-Cassville. The play stops the clock with a minute 4 remaining. Coach Steve Olson and company with some early season tough games. Well, they're all tough, but certainly you play teams that are rated in the state the first 2 weeks. It's the only way you get better and you learn. Bulldogs have had some tough outings against some of these Six Rivers teams in recent years. Potosi-Cassville going for it. Fourth down and about 5 yards to go from the Bulldog 40. Oki back to throw, throws it, it's complete. Caught, now turning upfield is Dayton Udelhoven. Ball pops out, and it's loose on the field. There's a scramble for it, and let's see who has it. It was Ithaca's, then it was Potosi-Cassville's, and it is Potosi-Cassville's. Getting on top of it was Eli Adams, and the ball is going to be placed there just inside the Bulldog 30. So looks like they might have been able to convert anyway. The fumble would have given it back to the Bulldogs, but not to be. The drive stays alive for Potosi-Cassville. On the Ithaca 30-yard line, quick snap from center. Oki rolls to the left side, going to run it himself. Bootleg for at least 10, and he's going to scamper out of bounds right around the 17-yard line. Gain of 13 yards for the running quarterback for Potosi-Cassville. 34 seconds remaining in the half. First down for Potosi-Cassville. Ball is marked at the Ithaca 17-yard line. Potosi-Cassville heads to the football. Udelhoven wide to the left side. Oki is under center with a single running back. Fakes the handoff. Flags fly, and he's hit and dropped. Bulldogs make the play on Oki. Flag flew before the quarterback could get the play going. False start is called against Potosi-Cassville. 27 seconds remaining in the quarter. 5-yard penalty will back it off. I was going to say the Bulldogs will decline the penalty because it was a hit on the quarterback, which is probably more than 5 yards. We're going to back it up, about 7 yards on the loss. So it's back at the 25-yard line. Potosi-Cassville first and 17. They're going to throw one down around the goal line, incomplete. Pass was intended for 26, Sam Udelhoven. And that'll bring up second down and 10 yards to go. 14 seconds. This is a good practice for both teams here. For Potosi-Cassville, really trying to get the score before halftime, kind of using that less than 2-minute offense, if you will, and the Bulldog defense trying to make some stops. They've made some big stops here tonight. They'll try to bring up another one here. So this is third down, isn't it? Yeah, third down and about 18 yards to go from the 27-yard line. Awaiting the snap is Oki. Back to throw, good protection. Steps into this one, leaves it up for grabs, far side, juggled, and then dropped out of bounds. Covered there by 22, Xander Jones. Pass was intended for number 6, Dayton Udelhoven. Potosi-Cassville really spreads it out on the offense, not only the running backs, but who they throw to. And that time, all the components were there. They just didn't get it to the hands of the receiver. Fourth down and long, fourth and about 17 yards to go for Potosi-Cassville. 9 seconds remaining in the half. Bulldog defense going to be called upon again to try and make a stop here and go to halftime without any other damage. Oki under center, fakes the handoff. They're coming after him. Now he steps up, throws it over the middle, and edge down around the goal line. Can't hang on to the back of the end zone. The big tight end, Braden Edge, the intended receiver.
Braden Edge.
Several Bulldogs on the play, including Kepler, number 5. Houston Garcia Boland as well in the play. So, looks like the Bulldogs will take over on downs. So good job by the defense again. Handed a tough hand. Just under 2 seconds remaining in the half, and the Bulldogs will line up for a final play of the half. The line is up. Salisbury under center. Takes the snap, takes the knee, and that will do it for one half of football. 21-0. Potosi-Cassville leading the Ithaca Bulldogs after 2 quarters of football. Stay tuned for our special halftime show. We'll be back with more as well from Ithaca on our Friday night game of the week, and scores coming up at halftime during the second week of the high school football season from WRCO FM 100.9 and WRCO.com. by Wyatt Kilby.
30-yard line.
35-0, Waterloo leading at halftime, thanks to Tim Feed, our engineer, doing a great job getting us the scores there at halftime. We do have word that Richland Center leads 20-6 over Fenimore. They're under a power outage delay in Fenimore because of a power pole incident, is what I'm told. So they are without lights, or we're without lights. That game is under a delay for the Hornets and Fenimore tonight. First play from scrimmage, Potosi-Cassville with a running play, and that is Fishnick. Gets out about 3 yards, out to around the 33-yard line, and that's where they will take over for second down. 7 yards to go here for Potosi-Cassville. Bulldogs made some defensive plays, forced it over on downs once. They did have a fumble recovery by Matthew Kepler among the defensive highlights. Otherwise, touchdowns by Raz Oki, 16-yard touchdown. Eli Adams with a 43-yard run, and Adams with a 55-yard touchdown run for Potosi-Cassville. Cradling the football and getting ahead is Roman Frederick, and he gets across the 35 near the first down at around the 39-yard line. And they're going to mark it right, touching the 40, so it is a first down. 1st and 10 for Potosi-Cassville, leading 21-0 in the ball game. I thought the Bulldog defense made some plays. They did a good job. Actually, the defense was on the field a lot more than the offense in that first half. Bulldogs will try to change that here as we get started in the second half. First down from the 40-yard line. Potosi-Cassville. Here's the snap. Oki hands off on the counter play. Eli Adams coming to the near side, and he's wrapped up and dropped behind the line of scrimmage for the Bulldogs. Nice job by several of the players, led by number 22, Xander Jones. Jones is there. So is Ethan Cockcroft, number 52, a graduate of June's Daycare. And right now for Potosi-Cassville, they're faced with a 2nd and 11 yards to go. Ball marked at the 39-yard line. They're on. 10:25 remaining in the third quarter. Just a picture night. If you could pick a night to just play football the whole season, all 9 weeks of the regular season, this one would be the one you'd pick. Oki with the snap count, long one, and the Bulldogs are going to rack up the ball carrier and push him back about 2 yards. No gain on the play, and the carry by Eli Adams for the Bulldog defense. Bulldog defense led by Ethan Cockcroft and Matthew Rowe on the line. Linebackers Logan Anderson and Caleb Workram. Also Lincoln Manning and Matthew Kepler. Secondary, Micah Salisbury. And let's see, we have Xander Jones as a cornerback and Channing Brown. Here we go. Third down, 11 yards to go for Potosi-Cassville. Ball at the 39-yard line, their own. There's the snap. Oki fakes the handoff. He's got the ball. They're coming after him, and he is going to be wrapped up initially. No, breaks the tackle and moving out, throwing on the run, and it's intercepted by the Bulldogs. Throws it to the 44-yard line, picked off by Channing Brown. The quarterback, Oki, did a great job of getting out of the tackle of Ethan Cockcroft and then ran to the left side, threw on the run, and it is picked off by Channing Brown. Bulldog defense gets a shot in the arm now, hoping that the offense can get started here. Ball will be marked at the Ithaca 42-yard line after the interception. Bulldog offense up to the line, led by center Ethan Cockcroft. The guards are Wyatt Hilby and Caleb Brookram. Tackles are Ryan Biermeyer and Marshall Self. There's the snap. Pitch to Kepler. Trying to break the end, following a blocker. He's got a little room. First down for the Bulldogs. Into the Potosi-Cassville territory. All the way to the 41-yard line. And he is driven out of bounds. Aided up and out on the play. And it is the Bulldogs getting a first down. So Bulldogs finally getting into Potosi-Cassville territory where they can maybe run downhill, much like their opponents did in the first half. Little pep in their step as well as they come out of halftime. The defense played well, but it certainly helps to get that interception and the play on defense. First down for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10. There's the snap from center. Salisbury takes it now, runs near side. They're coming after him, and he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Well played by Roman Frederick of Potosi-Cassville.
Roman
There's
Frederick
the Bulldogs for a big
off on
loss
the play,
back at the
6 yards.
44-yard line.
Second down and 16.
So a loss of 6 yards on the play. 8:25 remaining in the third quarter. 21-0 Potosi-Cassville in the lead. Channing Brown runs the play in from the near side. And the Bulldogs in the huddle. Now they approach the football. Ball at the 44 of Potosi. Second down and 16 for Ithaca. The line is set. Offset eye. There's the pitch. Kepler follows a block on the far side. No, not much there. Is coming up from the back is Oki, and he makes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Raz Oki. Big defensive play, and the Bulldogs thrown for another loss. Ball back at the 47-yard line of Potosi-Cassville. Third down and long. Xander Jones with a play in for the sidelines for the Bulldogs. Now they're getting set. Ithaca in committee, and now heading to the football. Third down from the 47-yard line of Potosi-Cassville. There's the snap out of the shotgun. Salisbury is back, is going to throw it to the far sideline, and incomplete. Intending it for Lincoln Manning, who was right around the first down stick, out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And it's fourth down for the Bulldog offense. Ithaca will bring out the punting unit, it looks like. Micah Salisbury, the quarterback, is also the punter. Well, Potosi-Cassville faked one successfully. I don't know that the Bulldogs will in this situation, but we'll see what happens. Certainly had a lot of momentum after that interception and then that first down run. Officials marking that ball. 47-yard line of Potosi-Cassville is where it will be snapped. Micah Salisbury awaiting the snap back around his 40-yard line. There's the snap. Salisbury steps into it and really drills this one. Ball is going to be back around the 5-yard line. Now the receiver is going to get some good running room. Going to the right side is number 6, Dayton Uteloven, and then driven out of bounds right around the 21. So he'll return that a good 15, 16 yards. And after the Bulldogs punt, Potosi-Cassville has it for the second possession. 21-0. They lead here in the ball game. Bit of a quicker moving third quarter. Both teams have had the ball, and both teams have featured some running plays. Potosi-Cassville at its own 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for their second possession here in the second half. As Oki takes the snap, hand off to the first man through. Bowling his way ahead is Roman Frederick. Gains out to the 25 to around the 27-yard line. Frederick given credit for a good solid 4 yards or so, where he is brought down by a number of Bulldogs.
Second down and 4.
A lot of tackles tonight for Wyatt Hilby and Ethan Cockcroft, guys on this side. Second down play, Potosi-Cassville with a running play, bowling his way for a first down, rolling over people, first down 40. 44 out near the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs is the running back, Dayton Uteloven. Well, that was a punishing run. First down for Potosi-Cassville. Bulldogs defense backing up. Potosi-Cassville getting closer to the midfield stripe. Potosi-Cassville scoring 13 points in the opening quarter, 21 by halftime. Continuing to lead it 21-0. 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Awaiting the snap is the QB, Oki, and keeps it on the quarterback option. Runs to the 50, down to the Bulldog 49-yard line.
There's Oki as the keeper.
On the tackle, Channing Brown.
Manning on the tackle.
That'll bring up a second down and approximately 5 yards to go for a first down. Bulldog defense bending a little bit right now, trying to make another play. Razoki has got so many different opportunities and opportunities he's going to take. On the far side, ball tries to throw. It's loose on the field. Recovered by the Bulldogs. Now they have to determine whether it was an attempted forward pass or a fumble. It is recovered by Wesley Nelson, and it is Bulldog football. Well played by the Bulldogs. They got pressure on the quarterback as Oki went back to throw. The ball came loose and recovered by Wesley Nelson. So a couple of defensive highlights here in the second half for the Bulldogs as they will get it back. Second time here in the half that Potosi-Cassville has turned the ball over. The Bulldogs will try to take advantage, taking it over at the Potosi-Cassville 41-yard line. For the Bulldogs, getting set now is the line. The line is set. Salisbury takes the snap. Handoff for the first man through, and not much there as he's stacked up and dropped by number 58, Nick Hampton. Kepler right around the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 yards to go for the Bulldogs. 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 21-0. Potosi-Cassville in the lead. Xander Jones in with the play for the near side of the Bulldogs. Will committee now as they get ready for the second down play. Trying to break something loose. Potosi-Cassville's defense has been tough. Getting a little pressure up front, but there have been some big plays broken up by the defensive secondary tonight at Potosi-Cassville as well. Second down play. Back to throw is Salisbury. Scrambling. They're coming after him. He can't plant. There's a flag on the far side of the field, and the quarterback is hit. This play is going to be stopped, and I believe it'll be a penalty against the Bulldogs. So the ball, for the time being, is marked at the 48-yard line. Potosi-Cassville is going to decline it because that'll make it a loss of down, and plus, with the quarterback hit, probably more yardage lost as a result of that. So they're looking it over. Ball currently is resting at the 48-yard line of Ithaca. 21-0 Potosi-Cassville. Third down for the Bulldogs from their own 46-yard line. Ithaca breaks huddle and heads to the football. The line is set. Cockcroft set to snap the ball. Salisbury standing in between his two running backs, takes the snap. Backs off to his 40, throws it over the middle, and it is going to be incomplete, but a flag flies. Pass interference will be the call against Potosi-Cassville. Pass intended for Wesley Nelson. And the interference call against Potosi-Cassville. And a good call. Just it's a timing play on a play like that. And Potosi-Cassville has had some really outstanding plays. That one looked like he may have been there just a little early. So they'll mark that for the Bulldogs inside the 40-yard line of Potosi-Cassville. Ithaca getting some of its best field position of the evening now. They usher the play in from the near side. So it's third down and 8 after the pass interference play. So you repeat the down, got the yardage. Ball inside the 40 of Potosi-Cassville at the 39-yard line. 4:05 remaining in the third quarter. Bulldog line is set. Salisbury barking out the signals. Backed up to the 45. Steps up, guns it toward the end zone. It is going to be down around the goal line. Caught by the Bulldogs. And it is close. They're going to mark that at the 1-yard line on a tremendous ball by Xander Jones. Got around the defender and then kind of rolled up on him as he hauled it in. Third down conversion. It makes it 1st and 10. I should say 1st and goal to go inside the 10 for the Bulldogs. So his momentum took him down to around the 2, but they're going to mark this at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. Salisbury, long throw to Xander Jones, setting this up, and the Bulldogs are going to try to get on the board for the first time tonight. 3:40 remaining in the third quarter. 21-0 Potosi-Cassville. There's the snap. Salisbury takes it, now falls ahead right around the 6-yard line. That play almost looked like, I'm not sure if that was the play that they called or not. Salisbury stood up, and then all of a sudden, I'm not sure, almost like the snap got there early or something, but I could be wrong. Second down. Ball is marked right around the 5-yard line, so he got a little bit of space there. Bulldogs break huddle, looking for a score here to get on the board. Salisbury and company up to the football. Anderson and Kepler just behind the quarterback in the eye. Awaiting the snap from center. There it is. Handoff right side. Anderson down around the goal line and now pushed back by Braden Edge and company. Logan Anderson got down to around the 2-yard line or so, it looks like.
Ball is inside the 1-yard line.
Third down, they say at the 1-yard line. Third down for the Bulldogs. Anderson with a good run. Boy, he just needed a little bit more oomph. But you run into Braden Edge, 6'3", 225. And he formed the wall there. 2:18 remaining in the third quarter. Bulldogs back in committee and now head to the football. Third down, goal to go from the 1-yard line for the Ithaca Bulldogs. Trying to get pay dirt here. Salisbury looks it over and now ready under center. Cockroft with the snap of the football, and Salisbury hands off. Anderson off left tackle, down around the goal line. Touchdown Bulldogs. Ithaca with the score. They're on the board. It is 21-6. Logan Anderson, 1-yard TD run. The junior gets in. Good blocking on the left side of that line for the Bulldogs. And now the 2-point conversion try is coming up. 1:54 remaining in the third here in area football. Bulldogs will break huddle and head to the football. They'll be going for a 2-point conversion here. Salisbury and the Bulldogs gaining a little bit of confidence, hopefully. Out of the shotgun. He's back to throw. Micah throws it near side. Wide open man. Caught for the 2-point conversion. Hauled in by Wesley Nelson for the 2-pointer. And it is 21-8. 1:54 remaining in the third. This is high school football from WRCO and WRCO.com. All right, cool.
Lincoln Manning to kick off for the Bulldogs. Back deep with number 6, State Uniform.
Ithaca will kick off after the touchdown. Here is a long kick by Salisbury, drilled down around the 10-yard line. Potosi-Cassville trying to find some blocking now is Udelhoven, and he heads ahead, driven down right around the 25-yard line. So a return of about 10 yards after the kick. Several Bulldogs on the stop. So Potosi-Cassville with their third possession of this second half, 21-8. And the Bulldogs showing some good fire on that and good fire on special teams here after the kickoff as well. Ball is marked at the 25-yard line of Potosi-Cassville, their own, and they head to the football. One man wide left for Raz Oki and the offense. Under center, there's the snap. Running play to the right side. The Bulldogs are going to read it pretty well. Running back gains a couple to the 27-yard line.
Roman Frederick, the ball carrier.
Roman Frederick on the carry. Several Bulldogs on the stop. 61, Wyatt Hilby is the first man there. Second down and about 7 yards to go for Potosi-Cassville. Ithaca will be hosting Riverdale next week. Bug Tussle pregame show time at 6:40 on the radio next Friday night. during the third week. Oki with a pitch. Running back on the far side. Wrapped up and dropped. Adams is pulled down by the Bulldogs. Wesley Nelson. Big play. Fired up a bunch of Bulldogs out there now. And they're going to throw him for a loss back around the 24-yard line. So second down turns to third down and 11 for Potosi-Cassville. 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Bulldogs have played very well here in the second half. A quick-moving third quarter. Oki awaiting the snap under center. There it is. Hand off a running play. Going right side. Adams is stacked up and dropped again. Bulldogs break through and throwing for a loss. Nice play. Robert Hilby is back there. So is Caleb Burkrow. And the Bulldogs stop him. 4th and 11 for Potosi-Cassville. And Ithaca is hoping that they'll get the ball back in good field position as the fourth quarter will get underway next. This is the end of the third quarter. It is Potosi-Cassville 21, Ithaca 8. This is high school Friday night football on WRCO FM 100.9 and online at WRCO.com. Sounds good, buddy. Thank you. Good place to go.
We say purple, you say
There's
white.
people that I like to talk to. I gotta look.
We say spirit, you say God. Spirit, God. Spirit, God. We say
Records down there,
number, you
maybe?
say white. Number one. Number one.
You know, tell me, you know.
I'll text him directly. She told me, she said he can't have it anymore.
She told me that. Foiled again.
Yeah, fourth down and 12.
Other scores tonight. Columbus leads River Valley 48-0. That is 10:15 left in the third quarter. Here's the punt by Potosi-Cassville. The Bulldogs will get away from it, and the ball is going to roll inside the 30 to down around the 25. So a good punt by Potosi-Cassville. 21-8. They lead the ball game, and we go to the fourth. The Bulldogs will have the ball in hand. They've got a new outlook on things, showing some good fire here. Going to try to keep it going. Long pass play from Micah Salisbury to Xander Jones, setting up that ball for a 1-yard run by Logan Anderson. The Bulldogs on the board. Salisbury to Wesley Nelson with a 2-pointer. And then the defense able to do a great job and hold them at bay. So the Bulldogs take over. The ball is marked at their own 24-yard line. Just underway in the fourth quarter here at Ithaca. The Bulldogs up to the line. Salisbury under center. There's the snap. Pitch going to Matthew Kepler. Cutting around the right side. There's a flag. Kepler is going to be sidestepping one and now gets across about 6 yards after the 31. But it's probably coming back. Flag flew in the Bulldog backfield. Holding against the Bulldogs. That hurts. 10-yard penalty. These penalties can snuff out any momentum. We haven't had a lot of them tonight. So they'll assess the penalty from where the foul occurred. And I think the foul where the flag flew was a little bit in the backfield. So that's an ouch. It's going to take it all the way back to around the 5-yard line. If we're looking right. Chain gang has been kept busy tonight. The yard markers are kind of kicked backwards, so sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like it's around a 10. So first down and about 23 or so. There's the snap from center. Salisbury hands off. Left side run for the Bulldogs. Kepler breaks away. He's got a couple of guys to beat, and he's not going to win this battle, but he gets a first down. Bulldogs after the huge loss, I think. Let's see if they get him all the way. The forward progress. They had a long way to go. Nope, not quite enough for a first down. He got a lot of it back, though, out to around the 25-yard line on the run. He was coming at an angle that's kind of tough for me to judge where it is, but it's going to bring up second down and 7 yards to go for the Bulldogs from the 27. So they got a lot of it back right there on that good run by Kepler. Some good blocking for the Bulldogs. Marshall Self able to seal his guy, and Caleb Berkram as well on the left side where they were running the ball. Bulldogs with the ball. Second down. There's a shotgun snap. Throw to the far side. Incomplete pass. It was intended in the backfield for the Bulldogs, and it was thrown just a little bit high, intended for Lincoln Manning. That's one of those timing plays. And the receiver got on it. One of those things where sometimes it's you hold your breath if you're the team that drops it, if it's a live football or not, whether it's determined it's a lateral or not, but they determined it was a forward pass. Third down and about 7 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Need to get the 35 or so, their own, trying to convert. Keep this game interesting. Micah Salisbury will take the snap out of the shotgun, awaiting the snap here for the Bulldogs. Back to throw from the 20. They're coming after him, and Salisbury is wrapped up and dropped. Back around the 15-yard line. Potosi-Cassville keeps the excellent pressure up, and Braden Edge gets in there first, the defensive lineman. He's been a Bulldog problem most of the night. Fourth down for Ithaca, all around the 15-yard line. So the Bulldogs, I would assume, will punt the ball away. Dayton Udelhoven gets back deep for Potosi-Cassville around the 50. Micah Salisbury has had some good punts tonight. He's had plenty of practice. Has a strong leg. Low snap, bounces. Now he bobbles it. Now picks it up, tries to run. And, he's going to be hit and dropped inside the 10-yard line. Oh, that's not a good break for the Bulldogs. Edge again is back there. He bobbled the ball, and then they were coming after him pretty good. The snap was low. And so the
10-yard line.
Fumble of the snap is recovered by the Bulldogs. Potosi-Cassville will get a real good gift there, as the ball will be inside the Bulldogs' 5-yard line, it appears. So they'll head to the football, leading 21-8 here in the game. 9:46 remaining. There's the snap. Handoff, running play left side. Tripped up over the pile as Eli Adams. Brought down by the Bulldogs right around the line of scrimmage. Wesley Nelson on the play. There was a fumble, I think. There was a fumble. The Bulldogs had it. Bulldogs celebrating a fumble recovery there. I'm not sure who had it. Nelson was one of the guys on the tackle. So Potosi-Cassville puts it right back to the Bulldogs, so they get a bit of a break. Their back is against the wall, but they have the ball with 4 fresh downs. Ball is marked on the Ithaca 7 now after a fumble. Kind of a wild fourth quarter here. Potosi-Cassville leading it 21-8 here in this non-conference game. There's the snap from center. Back to throw is Salisbury. Slings it near side, incomplete. A little short of the intended receiver, Lincoln Manning, and that'll bring up second down and 10 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Comeback trail here tonight. Long way to go. But they've been able to slow down Potosi-Cassville, which has not scored since earlier in the contest. Led 13-0 after the first. Their last score came with 5:42 to play in the first half. So the Bulldog defense has done a good job since that time, and they've had some tough hands to deal with. Second down and 10 from the Ithaca 7-yard line. Salisbury under center. The line is set. There's the snap. Handoff for an up-the-gut run, and Kepler gets across the 10.
Matthew Kepler on the carry.
Around to the 12-yard line or so. We'll see. Good gain for the Bulldogs. Get a little bit of breathing room. Brings up third down and 3 yards to go. So the teams will talk it over. Potosi-Cassville in the defensive huddle. The Bulldogs in the offensive huddle with a big third down conversion attempt, trying to keep the drive alive. The other key here in the second half is the Bulldogs have had pretty good field position. They did not have it at all. Potosi-Cassville had the advantage in the first half, and time of possession has been reversed. Ithaca has had the ball a lot more here in the second half. Awaiting the snap from center. Now Salisbury back, throws it to the right side. It's caught by the Bulldogs near the first down stick. Yeah, nice play. Lincoln Manning hauls it in. Bulldogs will move the sticks with 8:33 to go here in the football game. 21-8, Potosi-Cassville in the lead, and a good one. Southwestern leading Boscobel 22-0. 35-0 Waterloo leading Riverdale at last word. No update on the Richland Center Fenimore game. It was under a power outage delay last we knew in Fenimore. Snap from center, Salisbury with a pitch, and Kepler trying to break his way to the left side. Lays down a couple of yards maybe. Let's see where they mark him. Kepler is going to get up slowly and then heads back down to the ground. This is the time of the game when you start to see some cramps. And so the officiating crew blows it dead, and the training crew comes out here to look at Matthew Kepler. 21-8, 8 minutes remaining. Potosi-Cassville leading Ithaca. You're listening to Friday Night High School Football here on WRCO, FM 100.9 and WRCO.com. Yeah, have you seen anything from the center game? Wow. Yeah. Ooh. Ouch. Probably just wait here. Yeah, thanks. Yep.
Nice round of applause for Matthew that kept on his own power. So second down and 11.
21-8 here at Ithaca. 8 minutes exactly remaining. The injured Bulldog has walked off the field under his own power. We have word that in Fenimore there is still no power. Fenimore and Richland Center still under a delay. Hornets were leading 20-6 in that game in the first half, and then the lights went out. So they're still waiting. Potosi-Cassville showing blitz. Bulldogs back to run it, throwing it near side. It's going to be knocked away and almost intercepted. Pass was intended for Channing Brown, and some really nice coverage from Raz Oki and Dayton Udelhoven, and the ball falls incomplete. Third down for the Bulldogs. Ball marked around the 19-yard line. Third down and about 10 yards to go for Ithaca. Trying to keep the ball in their hands and to keep the drive alive here against Potosi-Cassville. That 8-point score earlier, their first points of the season. They were shut out by Cashton, had some unfortunate events in last week's game against a very good Cashton team. That Eagle team is going to win a lot of games. Much like the Westby team that we saw the same night against Richland Center. They're going to win some games this year. Third down play coming up. Third and about 11 yards to go from the 19-yard line. The Bulldogs own low snap. Salisbury's back to throw. Oki coming after him, and now Salisbury's going to wind up and grind one down near the midfield stripe. Picked off by Potosi-Cassville. Dayton Udelhoven gets the pick, returns it about 5 yards to the 40, and Potosi-Cassville turns the Bulldogs away. INT for Dayton Udelhoven. We've seen quite a few defensive highlights. Interception for the Bulldogs, Channing Brown here in the half. Fumble recovery by Ithaca's Wesley Nelson. Fumble recovery by Potosi-Cassville. Fumble recovery by Ithaca. And now an interception by Dayton Udelhoven. So the defense has really been kind of taking the spotlight here in this second half. 21-8, Potosi-Cassville, 7:22 to play. Ball is at the Ithaca 40. Pitch play, running far side, going left. Adams cuts back to the right. First down, Potosi-Cassville. Drills over a couple of men and then finally ushered out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Those are the kind of runs Adams had earlier in this game. He got loose on that left side and then a punishing run for Potosi-Cassville. That'll be a gain of about 30 yards on the play. Potosi-Cassville threatening for a few more here tonight now as they have the football just outside the Bulldogs' 10-yard line. There's the snap from center. Handoff, running play, gaping hole right side. Puts the shoulder down around the 5-yard line, and he is brought down right there. Number 25, Frederick, on the carry. It's about 7 yards. Initially, he had a clear open shot, but the Bulldogs closed in on it. Several on the tackle, including Xander Jones, defensive secondary for the Bulldogs, and Matthew Kepler, who's back out there after the recent injury. 6:42 to go. Potosi-Cassville leading 21-8, and they have the football inside the Bulldog 10-yard line. Second down and about 4 yards to go. There's the snap from center. Handoff for number 25. Cradling the football, Roman Frederick got around the goal line and close. He's got a touchdown. Touchdown for Roman Frederick, and it's 27-8. First touchdown of the second half for Potosi-Cassville, and the extra point try will be coming here shortly. Frederick with the run for scores, and now it is a lead of 19 again for Potosi-Cassville. Score comes with 6:27 remaining in the third. Now the play comes from the far side. They had one extra point try blocked here tonight. They've been successful on a kick and a 2-point conversion. They'll go for 2 right here, and the whistle sounds. And I believe a delay of game penalty against Potosi-Cassville has been issued. So that will back it up 5 yards. Potosi-Cassville, looks like they're going to keep the same play. Raz Oki under center, the quarterback, awaiting the snap. Now pitches it, right side halfback option. They're going to throw it toward the goal line, knocked away by the Bulldogs, and then caught by Potosi-Cassville for the 2-point conversion. One of the Bulldogs got a hand on it, and it was held on to by Potosi-Cassville as they pull it in for a 29-8 lead. 6:26 remaining in the football game. 29-8, Potosi-Cassville over Ithaca in Friday Night Football from WRCO and WRCO.com. Okay, sounds good, bud. Thanks. Okay, bud. Thanks. Yeah.
Roman Frederick to kick off for the Bulldogs. Xander Jones, number 22, and Channing Brown, number 11, back deep to receive.
Potosi-Cassville will kick off after their recent score, leading 29-8, 6:26 remaining in the fourth quarter of area football. Phil Nee with you on a Friday night. Here's the kick. End over end by Potosi-Cassville. It bounces right around the 30 and then taken for the Bulldogs. They are running straight upfield. Xander Jones with a return to around the 35-yard line. So good return. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over.
Return.
Ithaca had closed the gap a little bit. Potosi-Cassville taking advantage of a short field and a couple of big plays after the interception by Dayton Udelhoven. That 2-point conversion was Raz Oki to Sam Udelhoven. Two-pointer good to make it 29-8. And we have 6:19 remaining in the football game. Ithaca at its own 37-yard line. First and 10 for Salisbury in the offense. Awaiting the snap from center. There it is. And it's a whistle, and play is blown dead. They're going to wildcat that to Logan Anderson, I think. That's where the snap went to the halfback. But a 5-yard penalty, false start against the Bulldogs. Puts it back to the 31-yard line. First and 15 for Ithaca. We'll be getting some other scores from around southwest Wisconsin. Football Friday night comes up tonight at around 10 o'clock. Word is from Fenimore, they're still waiting to get power back on. Otherwise, they may have to pick up where they left off tomorrow in the ball game. So that's an unfortunate event for Richland Center, leading 20-6 in the second quarter. Salisbury back to throw, and he's got a man batted away at the last moment, intended for Wesley Nelson at the Potosi-Cassville 40-yard line. Salisbury with a long throw and covered up by Eli Adams and Sam Udelhoven, and also Dayton Udelhoven was in the ballpark. So, boy, it's some really good coverage, and Potosi-Cassville has done that. That's about the third time tonight where the Bulldogs, it appeared, were going to have a pretty good completion, and the ball was batted away. Second down and 15. Ball is at the 32-yard line. Lancaster leads Cuba City 21-0. That is in the third. 42-0 Waterloo with a win against Riverdale tonight. Bulldogs up to the football with 6:13 to go. Second down and 15 from the 32. Salisbury rolls to the right, and then they're coming after him. He drops the ball, lands on it, and he's made to stay down by Braden Edge of Potosi-Cassville. Braden Edge is going to be a terror of the Six Rivers Conference for teams this year. Third down and long.
Third down and 22.
For the Ithaca Bulldogs. It's marked back around the 25-yard line. Clock running with 5:45 to play. Salisbury back in the huddle. Bulldogs with a lot of pep in their step, especially after that early half interception by Channing Brown that got the ball in their hands. And they were able to get a little bit done, get a long pass play, and then hit pay dirt for their only touchdown so far. This play is blown dead as Salisbury is backing up to make the play. False start against the Bulldogs. So another 5-yard penalty. They're going in the wrong direction here tonight. 29-8, Potosi-Cassville leading. 5:23 remaining in the football game. This good crowd on hand, and I'm guessing in typical Ithaca fashion, they'll probably hang around a little bit after the game until they shut the lights off. Third down and 27 yards to go. Ball to the Bulldogs 20. Gunned over the middle. Caught, intercepted by Potosi-Cassville's Eli Adams. He pulls in the INT at the 30-yard line of the Bulldogs. Potosi-Cassville making a nice play. Eli Adams with the interception. Dayton Udelhoven had one just a little bit ago. And the defenses have been shining here in the second half for both teams. So Potosi-Cassville will have the football back. This will be their sixth possession of the half. Ball starting at right around the 25-yard line of Ithaca. There's a snap from center, running play up the gut for about 3 yards. Tackle made by Ethan Cockcroft of the Bulldogs.
Eli Adams on the carry.
And Wyatt Hilby as well. Potosi-Cassville in this situation, not needing to be in a huge hurry. They'll run the play in from the far sideline. Dayton Udelhoven ushers the play in, and now they'll commit it. This Potosi-Cassville team is a good unit. I'm told not as big as the Cashton team that the Bulldogs faced. Pretty good size, though. Handoff is going on a running play to the right side for Roman Frederick. Keeps the legs going and runs into a Bulldog wall. Still gets forward progress for maybe a yard.
Roman Frederick on the carry.
Second down and 5. Wyatt Hilby on the stop. I should say third down and 5 coming up for Potosi-Cassville.
Third down and
4:10 remaining in the football game. Braden Edge heads to the sideline for Potosi-Cassville. I'm not sure if we've seen the last of him tonight. Udelhoven splits out wide to the left. Under center is Razoki. There's the snap, and he fakes the handoff. Now going for the end zone on a long throw. He's got a wide open man, and he catches it for the touchdown. There were no Bulldogs within at least 10 yards. Ball caught by Udelhoven for the touchdown. Sam Udelhoven from Razoki, and the TD makes the score a 35-8 lead here for Potosi-Cassville. Extra point try is coming up. So the Bulldogs had tightened the gap. But this one has spread out now. 35-8 Potosi-Cassville. And they will huddle it up and talk about the 2-point conversion. They brought the tee out. So they'll try the extra point kick. Oki is the holder. Roman Frederick the kicker. There's the snap. Placement is made. Kick is on the way. And the kick is plenty good. 36-8. Potosi-Cassville leads. 3:39 remaining in the ball game here on WRCL and WRCO.com. All right. Potosi-Cassville will be kicking off here after the most recent score. Bulldogs out to the field now to receive the kick. 36-8 the score, so it was 21-8 not that long ago. But now a total of, for the Potosi-Cassville, 15 points, and they have put the game out of reach here with 3:39 remaining in the football game. Roman Frederick will kick off after the most recent score. Bulldogs back deep to try and take one back a little bit and have some fun late in the ball game. Here's the kick, end over end. It's going to be caught and dropped by the Bulldogs, then picked up. They'll head to the 20. Logan Anderson breaks out to around the 25 before he is brought down by a host of Potosi-Cassville players. 32, Isaiah Groom on the stop. So that's where the Bulldogs will take over with 3:31 remaining in the football game. Again, looks like a delay continues in Fenimore, power outage. So they've been sitting and waiting in the dark since the second quarter tonight. Richland Center leading 20-6 in the football game. 1st and 10 for the Ithaca Bulldogs. Ball resting at their own 26-yard line. Salisbury hands off. Bulldogs running play is going to net about 3 yards out to the 30.
Matthew Kepler on the carry.
Matthew Kepler on the carry. Good to see him back in running the football after being taken out earlier in the game because of a cramp, I believe. Bulldogs have had a good second half here. This score right now a little deceptive with a couple of interceptions that have led to Potosi-Cassville points, but Potosi-Cassville certainly has had the upper hand in the game, but the Bulldogs certainly closed the gap a little bit in the second half. Salisbury will take the snap out of the shotgun. Man in motion. Salisbury back to throw. Looks for the short route. They're coming after him. Now Micah running the football himself. Tucks it in on the near side, and he's going to be driven out of bounds. Flags fly as the tackle is made. 54, Wyatt Udelhoven, one of the first guys there. How many Udelhovens do we have in the football game? Seems like a lot. Maybe not as many as I think. They're just all playing well. We're mentioning their names quite a bit. Flag flies on the near side. And we'll see what the flag is about. 2:36 remaining in the fourth quarter. So the official going to mark that against the Bulldogs, I believe. So it will go back after an initial gain. 15-yard penalty puts it right back around the 20-yard line.
Personal foul against the Bulldogs.
It's a personal foul against Ithaca. Salisbury and Brown back into the huddle for Ithaca. So second down at about 16 yards to go for Ithaca. Ball is marked around the 19-yard line. Ithaca zone. 36-8, Potosi-Cassville in the lead. Micah Salisbury awaits the snap. Backs up, now will run it himself off left side, and he is going to be brought down. Caden Walsh, number 87, with the stop for Potosi-Cassville. Salisbury with a short gain. Third down and 15 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Join us for Football Friday night coming up at 10 o'clock tonight. Recaps on games going on around the state of Wisconsin. And reporters checking in as well from the game sites. Next week we'll be on the air. We'll have high school volleyball next Thursday night. First duel of the year to broadcast. And then the third week of the football season next Friday night. Bulldogs with the ball, 3rd and 15. Snap to Salisbury. Good blocking now as he steps up. And now the pocket breaks down. Flags everywhere. Salisbury's going to run it himself. Far side still going, and he's going to be hit and dropped right around the 45. Fumble on the football and recovered there by Potosi-Cassville's Tanner Creamer, but it might be coming back. Holding. Nope, it's against the Bulldogs. The way the flags fell, I thought maybe there were going to be offsetting penalties, but it appears both flags are for the same thing. So the holding penalty, the Bulldogs are going to back up a little bit more. Had a couple of costly penalties tonight. Oh, they were offsetting. Holding against both sides. So we'll go back and repeat the down. 3rd down and 16 for the Bulldogs. Somewhat of a break because it did look like the fumble, and it did look like it was recovered by Potosi-Cassville. Play comes in for the near side for the Bulldogs, and they will set up shop again right around their own 19-yard line here with a chance to possibly convert and keep the ball the rest of the game. Minute 30 remaining in tonight's football game. Ball on the near hash mark for Cockcroft and the offense. The center is ready to snap it. Salisbury backs up. Good block by Logan Anderson. Micah is going to win one down the field. It's going to be caught. No, Lincoln Manning turns in. Can't hang on. Going to be defended by Aiden Toma of Potosi-Cassville. So that brings up 4th down and 16 for the Bulldogs. Good student section representation tonight. You know, it's the first home game, so, and school isn't in session. It's hard to get organized, but they did organize for a little beach party theme tonight. Fortunately, the alumni didn't get it. Some of the alumni, myself included, probably wouldn't look good in Hawaiian shirts and shorts. 4th down play for Micah Salisbury in the offense. He's back to punt. Micah will drill this one into the night. Fair catch called, and then falling at it is Tanner Creamer of Potosi-Cassville at the 45, Potosi-Cassville's own. We have a minute remaining in tonight's football game, a 36-8 lead for Potosi-Cassville here at Ithaca. More final scores coming up. Our post-game show right around the bend here on WRCO Radio tonight. Some big scores. Waterloo over Riverdale, 42-0. Columbus team that is really good has played well tonight. 54-0. Make that 55-0. Columbus over River Valley this evening. Ball at the 45. Potosi-Cassville is going to take a knee. They can do that, a couple of more times here to end out the ball game. The Bulldogs will not stop the clock. 28-point lead for visiting Potosi-Cassville here this evening. They're going to have a good conference season. I think the Bulldogs will as well. Get into the Ridge and Valley. They certainly showed some things tonight. Showed some real grit on defense. Taking the knee again is the quarterback, Oki, and the clock down to 30 seconds to play. And that will probably do it. Yeah, both teams heading to their respective sidelines. They'll regroup and shake hands and put the wraps on this one today. Overall, a good football game. Got away from the Bulldogs late in the game, but otherwise, fairly well played. There were some highlights tonight and some things to build on. Final count tonight, Potosi-Cassville 36, Ithaca 8. Tonight's postgame show is coming up next from WRCO, FM 100.9 in Richland Center and WRCO.com.